Jeff Wolverton!
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, awesome, baby. So, so if you've seen a lot of comics, they like to come up here and talk about their sex life, but I really don't. I don't like to talk about my sex life on stage because my sex life is very personal to me. I mean, it's very, very personal to me. Okay, actually, it's entirely personal. It's just me. Yeah, I mean, I've been, you might call monosexual for about a year, and I gotta say I haven't been all bad. I mean, for one, you get these great forearms, right? You gotta switch hands so it stays even like that. That's a tip for you, sir.
Gross.
And my backhand's are even better. And my ability to shake up a spray paint can is like Olympic now. As you can see, I used to be a buff guy, and now I'm kind of a cuddly guy, as they say. Any other cuddly guys out there? Yeah. There we go. Thank you, man. Yeah, women will say this like it's a compliment. They'd be like, "Oh, you're so cuddly, you're like a big teddy bear." Like, ladies, never call a guy a teddy bear. Okay, it's not a compliment. It's actually one of the worst insults you can tell a guy. And the reason, it's kind of complicated, it's because we men know that you women don't fantasize about getting bent over and drilled by a teddy bear. Okay, you know hot chicks ever like fantasize about looking back there and seeing one of the Care Bears back there, "Hi, I'm the Hump-a-Lot Bear." No, doesn't happen. So at this point, I barely even remember sex. I don't even get like sex references anymore. Like, you know when you go to the doctor and the doctor's like asking you if you're practicing safe sex, but he's always very subtle about it. He'll be like, "So, tell me, Jeff, are you being safe?" And I'll be like, "Yeah. I lock the car on the way in." He goes, "No, are you staying safe in your personal life at home?" And I'm like, "Do you want me to buy a gun or something?" And he goes, "Are you using condoms?" I'm like, "For what?" Right, that's what he's saying. I'm like, "Oh yeah, hey, yeah, Mr. Gun. I'm up to 2 packs a day. I'm double bagged right now in case any sex suddenly breaks out." But yeah, no, I did actually date a really hot chick for a while. This was before I went monosexual, and I actually broke up with her because we weren't like sexually compatible, which I think is like really important. Like, I liked having sex in the morning, and she liked having sex with this guy named Brad. Yeah, and so it's like, and after that, I was like terrified that I was going to catch one of these, sex diseases, right? So I go online, go on Wikipedia and like look up all the sex diseases there are, because there's like a billion of them, and I start looking at the symptoms to see if I have it. And a lot of them, I swear to God, it's true. A lot of them will say, "This disease often has no symptoms." And I'm looking at that, and I'm like, holy fuck, I've got that! I probably had that for years. It's like I'm running back to the doctor with some disease I looked up. I'm like, I need to be checked for microencephalopathitis. The doctor's like, "Have you had sex with Guatemalan pygmies lately?" Maybe I got symptoms. Well, I was really gonna make that joke because I'm an actual Guatemalan pygmy in the audience one day. It's gonna be like this, and like. Oh goodness. Who else out there is like me? Woo! Thank you. That's a lady in the back. Thank you. No, I mean, okay, you're a guy, and you've gotten too rough, somewhere in your 30s, right? Never been married, never had a kid. Anybody like that? Okay, thank you. Good. Another
lady in the 30s? I should fucking shut
in
the back.
This group of guys, right? We all went to college together. We all got to this age.
That's me,
Haven't had a
lady
kid,
in my
haven't been
30s.
married. And when one of us like drops out of that club, it's like the guy got sick and died. One of my buddies would come over and be like, "Oh man, we're getting the boys together to go to Vegas, man. Are you in?" I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, man. Let's get Andre. I haven't seen that dude in a while. What happened to him?" I'm like, "Oh, Jeff, you didn't hear? Jeff Andre got married and had a child." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, he was so young." Yeah, it happened pretty suddenly. So was there a ceremony? Yeah. Yeah, his family was there. Everyone dressed up. It was very reverent. And when he had the kid towards the end, did you, yeah, I visited him in the hospital. Yeah. His wife was there too. I think it was pretty painful. Then later on, you're like in Vegas, you're all drunk, you're like, "This goes out to Andre, who can't be with us anymore. Andre, I want to know, wherever you are." I said, "Palm Springs." "Palm Springs? What, you know, this next lap dance is for you, man." Oh, she's red haired. I wish I was here to see this. That was his thing. Okay, is everybody drinking tonight? There we go. Good. You remember these people that don't drink, by the way? Like never drank in the first place? I know, I'm from Ohio. This confuses me. People that never had alcohol in their lives. And I met there's actually a friend of a friend, and I go up to him and I'm like, oh man, how you doing? Let me buy you a shot. And he does this. He goes, thank you, but don't buy me a shot. I don't drink alcohol. And I'm like, so what? You just want a beer then? He goes, no, I don't drink any alcohol at all. I'm like, wow, you must smoke a lot of pot.
Ow!
He goes, no, I don't do that either. I'm like, Jesus, so it's all cocaine? You're gonna die, man. He goes, no, I don't do any drugs whatsoever. I'm like, oh. So what do you do with all your time? He goes, well, I find that I'm almost constantly masturbating. I'm like, hey, me too. You know the trick about switching hands? I was gonna give him a high five, but you know. Okay, thank you so much. My name's Jeff Wolver.